and welcome back to Talk to Coach podcast, yet another podcast with Sapna Jha. This is her second episode. Before that, I would like to welcome to the students, as this is a career coaching podcast. This podcast is specially dedicated to student, a dedicated resource to empower you and your educational and professional journey. Tune in as we discuss essential topics such as choosing the right major internship, resume building, effective study habits, and preparing your life after graduation. Whether you're a high school student exploring options or a college student planning your next step, this podcast is here to provide guidance, tips, and success stories to help you thrive in your academic pursuits and future career. Get ready to take a charge of your future with insights given by our own career coach, Sapna Jha. So, in the previous podcast episode, we were talking about your career journey, your own career journey, and your coaching journey, how you became a coach, and what inspired you to become a coach, and all of these. Today, we are here to discuss majorly about career coaching, which is your niche area. So, how do you feel?
First of all, I would like to thank you to organize this podcast related to career because career is something very important for students who are looking forward to to create their own future where they have to think uh, what I can become.
Mhm.
And this is a question which they are not able to answer on one's own thoughts because they need guidance.
Right.
If we decide our career based on just looking that my friend is going to the engineering stream, so I should also go to that stream, or my parents are telling me to become a doctor, and so I am doing PMT coachings, and then I am preparing for NEET exams, and I'm going to become a doctor, but actually maybe I do not have the skill, maybe I do not have the interest. So if I'm a student and I am getting biased with the decisions of my parents or my friends, relatives, then I'm not doing right with my own life. So
Yeah.
career is an important aspect of life because this is something like it's about you.
Mm-hmm.
So you or any student has to decide in a way that is called an informed decision making, and that can happen only when you can explore about yourself, do a self discovery,
Yes.
when you can connect to a career coach who can guide you the right path, when you can decide, when you can take decisions based on logical sequences, that okay, if I want to become this. This is the path line I have to follow.
Mhm.
And these are the things required. These are the
Yeah.
colleges I should apply. This is the stream I
Yeah.
should go into. So,
Yes. Yes. Talking about this, I have seen a lot of kids around there, even while choosing their uh, colleges, they mostly depend on their parents or their siblings. My brother would have done this, or my father is an engineer, or my parents both of them are a doctor. So they don't have a choice. It's like they don't have a choice at all. It's just in it, like my parents have done it, so I also want to do it, or it's just a path that I am choosing because my parents have told it, or all my friends are doing it. So when it comes to this particular thing, choosing or following a footstep of any elders or anything, maybe when should someone opt for a career coaching? Because they don't when you rightly said that discovering their skills is very very important, so a lot of kids don't know what exactly they want. So when is the right age for a kid, or for a student, or even for a job professional who is in that transition mode, to opt for a career coaching?
um, I would suggest students who are entering grade 9. So after grade 10, we have to choose the stream, right? For
Right.
the 11th grade.
Yes.
So mid of grade 9 is the accurate time when you should start exploring about your career journey, and you should start understanding about yourself, what I can become, what are the careers around, and what exactly, what should follow, whom to listen, whom not to listen, where not to get biased. So mid of the grade 9 is the right time to think about your future career and start exploring things around that. And for someone who has already entered into workforce, maybe he in his school or the college times, he had chosen certain stream because of some biasness.
Yeah.
He studied college because of some influences, but he entered a workforce area where he doesn't like to work anymore. So at that point of time, start exploring again about yourself. Try to figure out the skills, interest, values, which matters for you the most. So for a student who is starting into um, the mid of the grade 9, should start thinking about the stream selection, what should they select in grade 11. And for the college student or for somebody who has entered the workforce, if he feels I'm not happy with what am I doing, that is the right time for them. Start
Yeah.
exploring about oneself and the career strategy.
Right, right. We in India Coaching Federation, that's what we are telling. You have an acquired personality. You're just making your decisions through your acquired personality, and it's very important and very rightly told, Sapna. You have to know what is your passion or what is your purpose. That is what is real personality. So when we are talking about choices, or when we are talking about decisions, this decision making while choosing a right career path. I have a question here. What are the key factors that students would consider when choosing a career path?
Okay. So a student has to understand about four important things. Number
Mm-hmm.
one is the personality. Number two is the interest. Number
Okay.
three is the skills. And number four are the values. So when I say about personality, uh, in psychology, we have 16 type of personalities,
Mm-hmm.
and every personality has, kind of character building up. One
Okay.
can be extrovert, where he or she likes to, mix up with people. One
Okay.
can be introvert, where he or she gets the energy to do work when he's alone, or maybe you can say when he or she spends the time with one's own. So the more you understand about your personality, that okay, I like this, and I want to meet with people, so they can start exploring career where one has to connect with different people. If
Mm-hmm.
someone is kind of introvert, there are different career paths for that. So personality is the first thing they have to look upon,
Okay.
and then comes interest. Again, I would say getting biased with someone else's career journey and
Mhm.
following the same path is going to hamper your own life.
Yeah.
So try to figure out what makes you more interested. What is that makes you happy about? And okay, I like meeting people, and so maybe I want to become an entrepreneur because an entrepreneur has to connect with different people.
Yeah.
I might need to go to mass communication stream because journalism is there, where you have to be, on the ground and reporting to your channel. You have to speak up.
Yes.
And then maybe if you are interested to become a singer, you can become a solo singer. So somebody who has a personality of, being introvert and interest is into music and singing, uh, he or she can go into the singing career.
Mm-hmm.
Third thing is the skills. One has
Okay.
to understand what are the skills I'm already having,
Mm-hmm.
what are the skills that is needed to pursue that career. So as an example, if I have to become an entrepreneur, the most important skills is the patience, because in the entrepreneurial journey you can have a profit on a day, you can have a loss on another day, and losses make you stressful. So if you
Yeah.
don't have the patience, you're going to quit.
More like a persistency and consistency kind of a thing.
Yes.
Yeah.
So that's why, the skills that are required to pursue that particular career, explore those skills. Maybe certain skills you already have, kind of
Mm-hmm.
problem solving, kind of logical thinking,
Mm.
and sometimes we need to think out of the box. So that is called innovativeness. So you can have certain skills, and certain skills you need to acquire. So when you have to
Mm-hmm.
acquire the skills, what are the platforms, or what are the methods, or what are the ways that can help me to acquire those skills? Let's try to figure
Yeah.
out.
Mm-hmm.
And the last thing are the values. So you have to find out yourself. Keep on exploring what are the values that matters for me the most. If
Mm-hmm.
I have got an education from a school, if it values for me that I want to give something back to my school, I will
Yeah.
definitely do or pursue a career that will help me to give back to the school.
Mm-hmm.
If
Mm-hmm.
uh, you know, uh, kind of self-respect is a value which I like,
Yeah.
and and if I am working in a company where maybe they, for certain kind of circumstances, it happens that my self-respect get devalued, I would
Mm.
definitely not like to pursue that career.
Yeah.
So find
Yeah.
out those values which matters for you the most. It could be the job security. It could be, as I said, giving back to your society or your parents or your country. It could be
Yes.
self-respect. It could be, the confidence building up in a job scenario. It could happen, when you are working with different people. Confidence sometimes get lost, because
Yes.
you might be feeling I'm not getting the project, and I don't know, I have been working hard, but the senior person or the manager doesn't like my work, and you will feel lost of confidence. So
Mm.
if confidence is the value that matters for you, find out that career where you can match up with your own personality, skills, interests, and the values, so that you can be happy. Because ultimately, once last milestone should be that it could give you happiness.
Yeah. Yeah.
So these are the four things one has to look upon when someone, a student, starts exploring about that. Okay, I have to become something in my life.
Yeah. So, I am really keen to know about the 16 different personalities that you mentioned. Maybe we will elaborate it in our next episode, maybe about the 16 different personalities. But four key factors that Sapna has given us: personality, interest, skills, and values. So now my next question would be, when you're talking about skills, how can students effectively explore different career option and gain insights into various industries while still in your school?
Okay. Uh, so we have a World Economic Forum,
Mhm.
and it provides kind of 21st century skills that
Okay.
are, you can say, mandatory to enter the future workforce. So
Oh,
students can Google, or they can explore around what exactly World Economic Forum is and what it says about the employability skills.
mm-hmm.
So when it comes to employability skills and 21st century skills, in our country recently we have the National Education Policy, which says every school to follow the 21st century skills to be inculcated in their school.
Okay.
So students can, absorb these skills through the activities which the schools are giving them to perform. They can also do certain internships during the summer vacation or the winter vacation time to
Yeah.
understand what are these skills, why these skills are required for the future workforce, and how much I have and how much I can, from where I can get these skills.
Okay, wow. I wish I had met you when I was in my ninth grade. It was really insightful, and I hope if people don't know, I mean, if students don't know, if parents don't know about this, maybe now they'll go to the school and they'll talk about the NEP, whatever the government has implemented. So my next question would be, what strategies can student employ to develop a strong professional network even before entering the job market? The strategies. Tell me about the strategies.
When it comes to strategies for building their career journey, the number one thing is to start building your career portfolio from grade 9.
Okay.
And how this will help and how they can build the career portfolio, I would like to answer this. If they have started exploring careers which are of their interest, which match up with those four different aspects for the career path,
Okay.
then they can start exploring careers and taking internships,
Mm-hmm.
creating a career portfolio. That okay, if for example, I like to become a digital marketer. Okay,
Yeah.
so I'm in grade 9,
Mm-hmm.
and I would I would like, I would be sending emails to different digital marketing agencies that I'm a student in grade 9. I want to understand about digital marketing career. So I see that your agency is working on digital marketing for different companies. So if possible, I want to do an internship in this summer for maybe a month time.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
it could be online, it could be offline, where you can go to their company and understand how the people are working there. You can take a project from them. The different work which the digital marketer do, which is search engine optimization for different websites, and Google ranking. There's lots of things for a digital marketing career.
Yeah.
So similarly, we have different career paths, and they can do the internships. They can create a career portfolio journey from the grade 9 itself, where they can have a list of whatever they have learned till now, and they will be gradually evolving their career path, where they can map up, okay, this is the career which I want to pursue, because now I understand that what a digital marketer has to do. And from grade 9 till maybe you can say till college time, if that particular career makes me interested, then I have a career portfolio. And now when I have completed my graduation, post graduation, some certifications, and when I go to any company for an interview, I would be sharing that career portfolio, and they can see the projects I have been doing since my grade 9.
Yeah.
So this
Yeah.
career portfolio making from grade 9 is going to help them to uh, even start getting understanding about the career, even though they have not completed their studies.
Yes. Yeah.
So also,
Yes.
since every parent is working somewhere, have maybe somebody is an entrepreneur, somebody is working in a company, so the child can talk to the parent that, uh, Papa or Mummy, I want to connect with your uh, office colleagues who is into this career. I want to understand the challenges. I want to understand, the work profile of that particular career. So the parents can help their child to build an understanding of that career. And third thing is networking.
Yeah.
Now, a student of grade 9 cannot understand about networking, which is actually which is going to help them in future.
Yes.
At the grade 9 level, it's not required to get connected on the social media much, because it's kind of distraction for them. But
Right.
yes, they can connect to the school's alumni.
Huh.
So alumni network is going to build a framework for understanding networking, so
Right.
that they can connect with their seniors, and through that networking they can understand and build up that career strategy. And
Mm-hmm.
when they have completed their studies and when they are entering to the workforce, this building up of the alumni network, talking, understanding, communicating, will help them in their job profile, and then they
Right.
would be able to network that time.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
even if the student has not completed their studies from the grade 9, they can definitely start exploring their own career portfolio, building a network, and you know, uh, eventually they have to work on the things. Like
Yes.
when they become elder, they can have a what you say that career path listing on their own kind of notebook. And
Mm.
definitely this is informed decision making through these kind of work will help them to understand.
Yeah, I totally understand now, because now if at all you're seeing there is a lot of recession going on, or people are just complaining about stress, work-life balance. If this is taught to you prior, this is taught to you from the grade 9, maybe you will have a understanding about how work-life balance should be, how networking should be, how your personal, how important is your personal branding, marketing yourself, networking. So I think this is very important, and people should normalize this particular thing, be it internship or be it creating your career portfolio. It's never too late. It's never too early as well. Ninth grade, people will say that, oh my God, ninth grade, you're talking so much, when you can train your kid to go to an IIT or NEET coaching from eighth grade or seventh grade. You can also teach them how to, work or market yourself or network yourself from the ninth grade. It
Yes.
was wonderful. It was a wonderful tools that you've mentioned. My next question would be, what roles does personal branding play for students, and how can they build a strong personal brand to differentiate themselves in a competitive job market? You know how competitive the market is now. It's very difficult to even get a job. Even if you're getting a job, it's very difficult to sustain in a job. And we have already spoken about portfolio. So how important is that personal branding for a student?
Okay. So when it comes to personal branding, as I said, from the grade 9, they can start exploring careers. They can start building career portfolio. Now, in this career portfolio building, one very important aspect is resume building.
Ah.
So when they start creating a resume, they have to visualize what an employer would look into that. So
Mhm.
that resume is like a mirror of yourself, because
Mhm.
until an employer connects with you in an interview, that that resume, that document is your reflection.
Yes, true.
So if you build your resume where your unique skills are visible, the employer is definitely going to pick your resume from an entire list of maybe hundreds of resumes with them. So think about what is that unique which you can uh, provide to that employer when it comes to working in a corporate world. When it
Mhm.
comes to a self-employed career, what is that unique which you can give to any customer? What is that unique product, right? So that uniqueness comes from a Japanese concept that is called ikigai, where
Mhm.
one has to figure out what I love,
Mhm.
what am I good at,
Mhm.
what does the world need, and what is that which I can be paid for. So if from that teenager level itself, you can figure out your passion and purpose from these four questions, you would be able to pitch yourself in a very unique way. And you would also be happy because these 4 questions are going to help you for what you are there in your life, why you have been into this existence.
Yeah.
So this will help you to create your personal branding. So I will
Yeah.
repeat those 4 questions of the Ikigai concept. Number 1 is what I love,
Okay.
what am I good at,
What am I good
what is
at?
that the world needs, and
Okay.
what is that I can be paid for.
Okay. Wow.
Yeah.
That's great. I think this answers how do you approach as a fresher too. You need to have a proper strong resume out there. People shouldn't ask this question, why should I hire you? Your personal branding should tell them why should they hire you. So you have to, your resume have to speak for you, instead of you convincing them or persuading them to hire you. So that was great, and I have last 2 questions for you. The these last 2 questions would be, what is your advice to our students and the freshers out there who is looking for a job or a career or new placements? What would be your suggestion or advice to those people out there?
Uh, for the students and the college freshers, the one very important advice for them is to find out your mentor, because you
Mhm.
can't do it by yourself. You may be exploring different careers, you may be exploring different job profiles, but you will get stuck until you get a mentor to guide you.
Yeah.
So find out your mentor, and then take the help, and then start your career journey.
Start as soon as possible. It's never too late for anything. Just
Yes.
reach out to your mentors, and I would all the best for all the students out there. My next question would be, parents play a major role in any student, for that matter. Parents, it's more like a lot of parents are understanding, but there are a lot of parents who are pressurizing their kids to, crack NEET or crack IIT exams and just be there as a doctor or an engineer. So, whatever the career path was their dream career path. So, what would you advise such parents? Uh, how do they have to be supportive, or how do they have to, encourage their kids to do what they want to do?
Yeah. So I would like to suggest parents, in one sentence, listen to your kids, because
Hmm.
they are your kids. If you do not listen, your kids are going to talk to some strangers maybe, and that bonding between you and your kids is going to stretched out. And when the bond gets stretched out, it breaks.
Right.
So when the time comes, when the child wants to say something, that I want to explore this, do not and never impose your thoughts on your kids. Let your
Yeah.
child explore what they want to become. Listen to them, because
Hmm.
if you pressurize your child maybe to become a doctor and go to that kind of coaching industry where um, learning for the PMT, that pre-medical test exams, maybe IIT exams, that child might not be for that particular career. That career is not made for your child. If you pressurize, recently we have been listening, we have been reading through the newspapers about suicides.
Yes. Yes.
So the number one thing that parent has to understand is the mental health of their kids. Be patient,
Right.
increase your patience level, understand your child, let them speak out to you, not to the strangers about their thoughts. And I can assure you the bonding that is going to create it when you listen to your child, is really going to build your child's career. You would be happy, your child will be happy, and ultimately a happy world with you. So, dear
Yeah.
parents, never ever impose your thoughts on your child. Listen to them, let them explore, let them do what they want to do, and it will be the a helping hand for them. And if you pressurize them, you will lose your child.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Rightly told. And I've seen a lot of people, as I'm a coach myself. I have seen a lot of people who have just started working, who's just started, they've put their legs in the IT. They just keep blaming themselves and they keep blaming their parents that my parents, pressurized me to get into IT or IIT, do my engineering or do my medical or do UPSC for that matter. So it would be just a blaming game. You blame your kids blame you. It'll be just that. I think it's more of a encouraging, it's more of a communication that a kid should do with your parents, and parents should allow that kid to communicate properly. Maybe because of the behavior of parents, the kids wouldn't have told their passion or their dreams to their parents, because of that fear of what parents would say. I think it's high time for every parent to change their mindset and listen, just listen to whatever your kids need to tell you. So it was great episode, Sapna. It was so insightful, and it was so much information about students and so much information about career coaching. It was a great episode for me. And in the upcoming episodes, we will also talk about 16 different personalities that you have mentioned, and also more about personal branding, resume building, and how to take about a career shift or the choices that every student should make. Looking forward to meet you in the third episode of Talk to Coach. Thank you for coming.
Thank you, Bhumika, for the entire podcast. It has been exhilarating.
Yeah. So thank you, audience, for staying with us. Please wait for the third episode. I promise you, it will be great. Thank you.